For me, it started in 2010. Basically started following a bunch of whitetail forums, had been bow hunting for a number of years and really got this obsession with trail cameras and getting awesome trail camera photos. Previously, you'd have to go out in the woods and try to find the active scrape lines and then put your cameras over them, and you really had no choice of how to draw deer, pattern them beyond just sticking a camera up on a random tree that they're already starting to use. Guys were starting to cut trees and place them in the middle of their food plots, and I started doing it and was blown away how effective it was. The deer were continuously coming back, and I could start to pattern them and figure out what their travel movements were and when they were coming to these food plots. So I decided to call up my buddy Brandon. I said, Brandon, hey.
Cade calls me up and he says, man, are you using mock scrapes? And at the time I wasn't. I was literally putting cameras on scrapes, but the concept of replanting trees or zip tying branches to cedar posts wasn't a bad idea. I just wasn't really sure why I was going to do it.
If you're not, you got to try it out because the results were amazing.
The way they were doing it was they were replanting trees on their farm.
Basically, we were transplanting trees and burying them in our food plot, or taking cedar posts that we'd buy at any hardware store, and we'd have to dig a hole and plant them also in our food plots or field edges. Very labor intensive. We were mounting branches on the top, and over time it just got so labor intensive. There was a lot of inefficiency to what we were doing, and as we were putting more and more of these out, it just got much harder.
After seeing that, Cade and I got into some discussions and thought, is there a way that this could be more effective? Could we simplify the process? We had to first figure out kind of what a framework would look like. So we started with a flagpole holder. And then we started, having a lot of issues with that. Things would break, they could only be screwed to things. The adjustment was really tough, and the set screw on it just literally wouldn't hang onto the branch. A mature buck would easily rip it out. So we went through 15 iterations and working with the University of Northern Iowa, where we recruited some engineering students to come up with a better design. We bought ourselves a 3D printer and started handing them out to our friends. Our friends would test them, things would break, we'd go back to the drawing board. So as we went through the iterations of creating the prototypes, each were effective, but it was on us to make sure we made the best product that was out there for our users. We landed on the steel tooth jaw design. It's got certainly had some more cost into it for us, but the idea behind it was not to have a cheap product. We wanted a really, really good product that was going to withstand time and be very strong.
Fast forward to where we are today, we created what we feel is one of the most efficient, durable products that's going to withstand the abuse of a big white-tailed deer and weathering from negative 30-degree temps to 90-degree temps in the summertime.
Through time, we've really kind of enhanced this to what it is today. And I think our customers are really seeing the success and they're really happy with the product.
For me, building mock scrapes is kind of like the analogy of recreating a fire hydrant for dogs. Basically, a mock scrape will draw in most bucks or all the bucks on your farm and allow you to pattern and inventory them, and then potentially put you in a position where you can harvest that animal.
What our vision was to get a product to market at a very fair price point that gave our users or our customers the versatility of virtually putting it anywhere. And by anywhere, we really meant anywhere.
If you want to put it out in the open alfalfa field where there's no trees around and have a drawing point to bring these bucks into, or in dense woods where there's no low-hanging branches because it's all mature trees, our product allows you literally to place it anywhere and to create that mock scrape.
Highly effective if it's about getting inventory, highly effective if it's about setting yourself up for a shot. Now that our guys and women can put these scrape sites anywhere they want, they put them in the food plots, they put them in the shooting lanes. So yeah, it's been a really, really fun watching our users take off with this product, and so far I think we're seeing a lot of success. What's been really rewarding is the types of people that are reaching out to us, the ones that we would consider the top influencers of our market. We've not engaged many of them, but yet many of them are engaging us, and I think that's been a lot of validation on what we've put into building this product. And we thank a lot of them for their time, as we don't have the budget to be able to afford to give all the sponsorships and sponsor all of those that we want to sponsor. So as a startup, it's very rewarding in the aspect that these users like it enough to use it without us having to pay the sponsor dollars. The reality is, we chase these deer all over the place, and why not use a tool and let them come naturally into the area where you want them?
Music bed.